Hello, Carl. Thought you'd like to see what's involved in checking your crankshaft and seeing what size we're going to go to in terms of the journals, what size it is currently. And when you were here tearing down the engine, you remember we did the fingernail test where if you can rub your fingernail across the journals and you feel any roughness, then the journals are going to be machined. The crankshaft will be machined. We have here our specifications out of the Mercedes shop manual. I have converted them to SAE units, and we have a range on the crankshaft journal on the main bearings, a range of 2.7535 to 2.7543, and then on the connecting rod journals 2.044 to 2.0457. And then the standard undersizes go 10 thousandths smaller than each of those measurements. So I've got our specifications. I got a chart here. I'm starting, and by the way, here's your engine tag. So we're going to start measuring. First thing we do is get our 2 to 3 inch micrometer, and we got up to room temperature, and we're going to check with our standard and make sure that we are on the money in terms of the 00. Let's see if that will show up on here or not. Yeah, there we go. We're within specifications on the 00 lining up, so we got good micrometer. So first things we'll do is, while we're here at the small end of the micrometer, let's measure some journals, some rod journals. So what we do is we get it to where it goes over, and what you want to achieve is just a little bit of squeak if possible. Got a little squeak. Lock it down. And let's start reading, see what we've got here. Alright, so we've already passed the 25 mark, and we're almost to the 20, so 25. This would be 45, but we're actually a little bit underneath there. 44. 2.044, which is right on the bottom edge of our specifications right here. And so we know we are at standard, so I'm going to write that down. We've got actual is 2.044, so that means we're going to go 10 under. Let's check the others the same way. There's our squeak. A little squeak, a little drag down here. This one is smaller than that one. This one just slides right over. Got a definite low spot there. And this one. So we're going to get these machined 10 thousandths under. Now then, let's go to the mains. 275 is what are expected. So let's get out here to the 75 and the 7s. Okay, getting close. All right. no squeak, but we got, okay, so we got our clearance right down there. Now then, okay, 270, we're past the first mark, which is 25, and another 25. This is 2.50, 2.050 rather, and there's 51, 52, 50, it was completely off camera. Okay, start over. So we got our crankshaft. I'm sorry, I'm thinking and talking two different things at the same time. Okay, so the micrometer is set up to where we just go right over. No, it's squeak. Now let's see if we can get this on camera. Okay, so we are at 2.7, and we've got past the first mark, which is 25, and we're past the 0 mark, which is another 25. So we're at 2.050, 051, 52, 53, 53 and a half. So we're at 2. Let me write this down. 2.053 and 1/2. All right, so here's our expected. Okay, I forgot the 7 in here. My bad. Okay. All right. 2.753 and a half, which is right here. 2.753 and a half. So we are right on the money in terms of standard. And we're going to go to the next undersize, which is going to be 0.010 under. 0.010 undersize on the mains and rods. So crankshaft was standard, and we're going to go to the first undersize. Let's double check, make sure the rest of these, excuse me, didn't mean to bump that. Make sure the rest of these correspond. Nothing unusual there. It reminds me, let me go get another set of mains. Hang on. There's a set of main bearings from Mercedes, and let's see, we're going to get out the center bearing, which is this one right here, and it has a shoulder on it. The other bearings do not have a shoulder on it. And this is your thrust bearing. This goes in the center, and this is what carries the load when your crankshaft moves back and forth. When you push on the clutch, your crank goes forward, and when you release, the crank goes back. It actually floats about the thickness of 3 to 4 human hairs, and that clearance is determined by the clearance between the shell and the thrust surface right here. Let's see if we can get in there, and you can see it. See, it's all, there's a shiny machine surface right there, which we don't have here on the front, but you have it right here. That surface right there is precision ground to give us the clearance between the thrust on the main and the crankshaft. And when you get new oversized or undersized bearings, you also get a wider thrust here, and that this part also will be machined, so the crankshaft has the correct float back and forth. So, and in addition to that, we will be removing the pilot bearing right here, the cap and the pilot bearing. There's a ball bearing inside there that where the front of the transmission plugs in here and rides, and that ball bearing gets greased one time only when the engine gets rebuilt. It's going to get packed with grease like a wheel bearing. So I thought you'd find that interesting in terms of your crankshaft work, and the crankshaft grinder says he should be up and running after the first of the year, so I'm excited about getting going on your engine. Thank you.